Jimmy Shin. How's it going?
Good, man. You never know who you're going to meet
You never
in
know.
acting class. You know what I mean?
And you never know who you're going to end up in a bus with. So we were talking about circumcision earlier. Are you?
I am circumcised,
Okay.
actually. Yeah.
It's the end of the podcast.
That's it. Thank you for coming.
That's all we wanted to know.
Play the outro music, please.
Wanted to make sure your dick wasn't kosher.
Actually, let's hit it. Let's. Thank you very much. That was Jimmy Shin.
Because we have all these people writing in asking that question. They want to know. That's all they want to know about you.
Is that
Actually,
yeah.
Okay, so we were. This is actually on the Clean Network.
Oh, it
This
is.
podcast, yeah.
Are you being serious right now?
Yeah. You
I don't know when
curse.
this guy's serious.
Yeah, he's rarely serious.
He's already pulled fast ones on me in 5 minutes.
So I have to thank you for driving here and fighting the Los Angeles traffic.
And
really appreciate it. I'm dead serious with that. He came from the Valley
Yeah, that's right. Studio City.
in the rain,
at 6:30, and it's tough in the rain.
mudslides,
Earthquakes, fires. You really wanted to be here.
Actually, it wasn't too bad.
Yeah.
I'll admit it, but it was a little bit. It got a little congested.
So we were just talking. Both Mark and I listened to your appearance on the Mike Binder podcast. And you told us before the show started that was the second recording.
Yeah. I did.
What happened to the first one?
He said it just didn't take very well. It was not a good recording.
And he said that was the only time that happened.
Yeah.
Right. Well, he's a liar.
He's a liar.
Because we did the show, and we had to redo the show. And
what if we talked to a third person who did his podcast? Actually, I had to do it twice too.
In fact, the whole podcast is just a big prank that he does on comedians.
Yeah. Let's see how many times this guy will frickin' do my podcast.
You know, Mike has made 20 movies.
Yeah.
And he can't figure out how to turn the camera on. It's unbelievable. So one of the great jokes, we got together, we had a whole bunch of people, we were celebrating something, and Mike has made, I don't know, 15, 20 movies, something like that.
And two good ones.
Yeah. I thought you didn't want to say anything nasty about him. How quick a comedian changes his mind.
Hey, when the camera's on, there's a joke in there, I got to do it.
So I said about Mike, I said, in front of all these people, I said, what I love about your movies are when I go opening day to see it, there's never a line. And boy, oh boy, did that work well, that joke.
Did you grow up out here in California?
No, I grew up in Seattle, and I moved down here about 16 years ago.
Is your family Chinese?
It's Korean.
Korean.
Yeah, thanks for making that.
Sorry.
That error.
I went out on a ledge with that. I could have asked.
Chappelle has a great joke about that. Asians are the only ones like prejudice against other Asians.
Yeah.
It's like, have you ever called a Korean Chinese? He goes, I'm Korean. I'm not Chinese. Do I look Chinese? Yeah, mofo, you look Chinese.
We asked Margaret Cho about it. She was here, and it was a serious question.
She's actually Korean, yeah.
But we said, I asked her if she can tell the difference between a Chinese person and Japanese, and she could not.
Yeah.
Can you?
Sometimes you can, sometimes you can't. There are certain features.
What makes it that you can?
I think Koreans have bigger heads.
I never thought that would be an answer. I never in my life.
That sounds like a racist answer.
But hey, on one of my...
If I said it, that'd be the end of it.
But on the show Entourage, did you ever watch that?
Yeah.
Show, Entourage?
Lloyd.
They said the bigger the head, the bigger the star.
Oh, right.
Wow.
That's right.
Yeah.
Was
Lloyd
Lloyd Korean?
Lloyd, I think, was Korean, yeah.
Are there any Chinese people?
Well.
Never meet any Chinese people. They always turn out to be Korean.
Yeah, there's supposed to be like 4 billion of them, but I've never really met one.
Are you first generation?
Second generation.
Second. Your parents were here?
Mm-hmm.
Born here?
No, they immigrated over here. So I'm second generation.
From North Korea?
From South Korea. If it was North,
I just wanted to
be here, my friend.
I wanted to just.
I would have to escape.
I just wanted to keep getting them wrong.
From yeah.
When your parents
North Korea, your last name's Kim.
Yeah, but from the south side of North Korea, from the north side of South Korea.
So when your parents were young, living in Korea, was there a North and South?
Yes.
And it was already.
Yeah, it was already divided. after the
After the Korean War.
Yeah, after the Korean War.
That was 52. So your
Mhm.
parents were probably born in the 40s?
Yeah.
Right.
hmm
Right.
Yeah, my dad was, I think, born in 8 or something.
Are they still with us?
Yeah, they're still together and with us.
Good.
In this bus?
Yeah.
Bring them out.
No, they're with us in spirit, is what I meant.
No, but they're
They're
alive.
still alive.
They're alive
Good.
and they're with us.
How long have they been married?
They've, I think, like close to 48 years.
That's the long marriage sound.
yeah.
How long are they married?
Yeah, the longer they've been married.
And
Like
your
if your great grandparents were alive, you couldn't even get to the number. You just
and your father is a druggist?
Is a what?
I don't know. I just keep making wrong
A
guesses.
druggist.
It's
What's
a
a druggist?
pharmacist? Is a
what did they
druggist,
do?
right?
No. My dad used to work at Boeing. He's retired now, but he used to be a machinist.
Did you get a lot of stock cheap back then?
Yeah.
Oh, so you're going to be all right.
Yeah.
Yeah, good for you. I'm happy.
Yeah. And I'm an only child, so
Oh,
I'm just waiting on the dough. You know what I mean?
I'm an only child too.
he's an only child.
Are you?
Yes.
Okay.
My
Did your
parents.
parents leave you anything?
They're still alive.
Oh, they're still alive?
No. You know how old he thinks I am? With that answer, they're still alive. They must be 200.
You look like your parents would be long gone, brother.
Oh, they are. My father 88, and my mother 98.
Holy cow!
Remember those years that they
So
passed?
she was
Or that's
older
how old
than your
they were?
dad?
They were 98
No.
and 88 years old.
They were born the same year in 1928.
Oh wow!
My parents were born a couple months apart. I got married in 1951.
How old would your dad be today then? What's
So if
the
he was
math?
born in 28, it says 30, 72, 82, 92, 96.
He'd be 96 now?
Yeah, my mother too. 95, 96, yeah.
Oh, so those were the years when you said 88 and 98. Those are the years they passed away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it
That's not
wasn't.
the ages.
No,
they
my
passed
father
away.
was 59, my mother was 70.
Oh.
Something like that.
So it is realistic to think they could still be around.
When your parents die young, I probably have less than a half hour to live now. So, yeah. So they, but your folks, so your father worked for Boeing.
My father worked for Boeing.
Stock went up today.
Really?
Yeah, so you're in good shape.
Well, actually, he doesn't have any stocks there. I
No?
think he'd sold it all,
Oh.
put it in a retirement account.
Okay, well, that's
Smart
good.
man.
And did your mom work?
Your mother was an
Um,
advertising agent.
My mom used to work, but then when he got the plush job at Boeing, she was a house
What did he do?
machinist. But he was with them with
and she was an
35 years, 40
Wow.
years.
she was an advertising.
Don't have jobs like that anymore,
Jimmy?
No.
She was in advertising.
No. Where do you get all this information? He's
I
like,
do no research.
Danny's like, I actually researched Bobby Lee on accident. Sorry, bud.
What did your mom used to do before?
She became a homemaker after.
Yeah, she
Right.
became a homemaker. Yeah.
Nice. My mother, the first couple of years. My wife, we have 3 boys. And my wife was home with them the first 7 years.
Uh-huh.
And then she went out and got a job. And she just retired.
Cool.
Yeah.
Time to get her back out there.
She's working part-time.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you can't. She's not the type of person to just sit at home
I
and
couldn't
watch TV in a
imagine.
bathrobe
Yeah.
and burp.
She would. She
Yeah,
would
to be
lose her
honest,
mind.
like ever since my dad retired, his health just declined. You know what I mean? You
He
hear
didn't
that
have
all
the
the time.
daily
like
thing
people-
to do, huh?
Yeah, he
There
just
was-
didn't have a purpose anymore,
There was a famous
Every
Jewish leader. He went by the Lubavitcher Rebbe, and he told all the Jewish people essentially, "Don't retire." His advice, I guess to everybody, but certainly, if you followed him and you're Jewish, he said nobody should retire. He said that it's a
Netanyahu
killer.
really took that advice.
Yeah, he's in it for the long run.
Never going anywhere.
So they asked George Burns that
Yeah.
when he was like 90-something years old. They said, when are you going to retire? And he said, and do what?
Yeah.
And that's the example I always give to people is that what I love about comedy is if you can get up there and, talk on the mic, you can still do comedy.
Right.
That's what I love about it.
And it
Yeah.
keeps your brain sharp.
Yeah, it keeps your brain sharp.
Yeah. I had a full, I had a full physical today. And the doctor asked me, so you still working? I said, yeah. And I said, I'm writing all the time. And he said that, and I have a community
Mhm.
of people, family. And he said, that's going to keep you sharp.
Yeah.
So it's,
I believe that.
yeah.
I don't know many people that are still doing comedy that have declined.
Comedians work a long, long time until
no one will have them.
Yeah.
Basically,
I'm waiting for
it's like
my
we don't
career.
want you to come here anymore.
When I turn 80, I'm planning for my career to start taking off at that point.
That's about right.
Yeah.
Sounds like it.
Don Rickles.
You're on course.
Thank you.
Rickles maybe went a little too long.
You think so?
He was in the chair at the end, and wasn't.
Yeah. Again, it's that compelling, right? If you can just get up there, or someone can wheel you up there, you'll do it because you don't want to give it up.
Right.
It's like being an athlete, right, or a boxer or something.
This I think I really did
That's
research,
true,
by the way,
Huh?
about you. I did research this bit. You were going to be a lawyer or something.
Mhm. That's true.
See,
Yeah.
there you go.
Yeah.
What kind of lawyer were you practicing?
I was
studying to
gonna be an entertainment lawyer, and then I ended up getting busted for selling drugs. So, yeah, the bar association doesn't look too.
What can we hear that story?
Yeah, absolutely. Well, never really wanted to be a lawyer.
Mhm.
It was my parents' dream for me. Like a lot of Jewish parents are like that. I'm
Doctor,
sure. Yeah, they want you to be a
lawyer.
doctor, lawyer, or you ain't shit, right? Or, I
Yeah.
mean, you ain't
Yeah.
anything.
But all the Korean
And,
guys was taking the jobs.
Yeah, exactly. And so, but I was miserable because it wasn't really my dream, right? And so I was acting out, partying a lot, selling pot, but lots of it because I'm from Washington State.
What year
And
was
back
this?
then? This was like 15, 16 years ago.
Okay.
So, basically, yeah, I was selling like 100 packs, which is like 100 pounds of weed every week.
That's huge.
And what ended up happening is I ended up getting busted. And then fast forward, I won't get into too much of the detail, but I ended up finding stand-up comedy while I was on probation.
How's that?
It just changed.
How did you find
Just because I had nothing to lose. I always wanted to do comedy, but I was such on course to become an attorney. I just never really got around to it. You know what I mean? But I always loved it. I always loved watching stand-up. I remember watching like Comedy Central and like BET, Comic View while I was in law school. And that was like my only pleasure that I got while I was like studying.
Who were your favorite comedians?
Back then?
Or in any time?
Oh man, there's so many. Right now I gotta say Bill Burr because he's
He's amazing.
Sponsoring he's amazing, and he's sponsoring my special too that I just released.
Nice.
Oh wow.
On 800-pound gorilla, also through his company, All Things Comedy.
Nice.
Yeah.
He's a good guy.
Yeah, you know him very well.
Not very well, but I know him.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I've known him for
I think
a long time,
Mike read him the Riot Act.
Yeah.
You know about that?
No.
Yeah, when
Mike Binder. Yeah.
Yeah,
This whole show is a Mike Binder after show. Just saying.
Mike had.
Then we'll have to record again later.
Yeah.
He sent them a letter about something. I don't want to say what it was, only because I'm not clear on it.
Mm-hmm.
But good for you with this. Let me just go back. Did you spend any time in jail
2 days
for all that? And
2 days.
how did it finally end up?
Well, I had a good lawyer, man. I was in law school, for crying out loud.
So was it a buddy of yours?
No, it was somebody that was, known in the community that you got to go through K Sunday, She's the best.
That's the name? K Sunday?
That was her name.
That's a good
I think
name.
she's still doing it too.
Did it cost your parents a lot of
She was
money
the
to
best.
get you out?
I don't think too much. I think I used the drug money that I had left.
Right.
So, and I tried not to tell them, you know what I mean? But they sent one of the court letters to my permanent address, to my parents' address. And that's how they found out. And they were so disappointed in me, man.
You were trying to circumvent your parents without them knowing any of this?
Yeah, man. I would have sat in jail if my parents didn't have to find out. Let's put it that way. Because it was just so much investment by them. I mean, these are parents
in your life.
that immigrated over here to give their kid a better life.
and they only had you.
And they only had me to bank on, right?
Yeah.
And I'm sitting there selling drugs. I mean, it was devastating.
Sure.
And it was devastating for me. For a long time, I was very depressed. And that all changed when I found stand-up comedy, because I found out that I had a gift for it, and it was something that I was passionate about.
Were your parents like, well, at least he's still going to be a lawyer after this?
Yeah, no, they never thought that I could be successful.
Is it all clean? Is it all clean with them now?
Oh, yeah. And it's also expunged and all that.
Yeah, I mean with that,
system.
I mean with you folks, it's all.
Oh, yeah. I actually have a great story. A few years ago, I experienced a miracle, because they were always just, when I first moved to LA to pursue my dreams, they were like, move home. Asian man cannot be funny. Like, why you not married? Why you no kids? You gay? Just all kinds of just abuse, right? Because they didn't want me to be down here. And
when a parent asks you if you're gay, if you're not, how do you answer that?
Oh, I just laugh
Just
it
get
off.
defensive?
I gotta go. I gotta go. I gotta meet my boyfriend.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay, go ahead.
But yeah, so they never see me perform live for obvious reasons, for all the abuse, and didn't want my dad to judge me on another thing, right?
Right.
So I was performing in my hometown of Tacoma, Washington. And right at that time, a friend of mine's mom had passed away. And she said she'd give anything to hear her mom nag on her one more time. And so this really got me because my parents are getting older and I didn't want to have any regrets. And I wanted them to finally see me for who I am, right? So I invited my parents to the show.
A gay man, a proud gay
Yeah,
man.
I wanted to come out as a comedian.
Yeah.
And they ended up coming to the show. They brought 10 of their friends. None of them spoke English.
Wow.
And later on, I found out they brought those 10 friends because they thought no one else was going to be there.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
They
That's
really believed
beautiful.
in me, right?
Wow.
But that's beautiful.
Yeah.
That
And then it was a sold out night. But here's the kicker. During my set, my dad stands up and he starts filming me with one of those old school camcorders.
Sure.
I don't know if it was like
Yeah.
VHS or Beta, but you're not supposed to film at comedy clubs.
Right.
And so through the corner of my eye, I see him like arguing with the manager because he's like me. He's like stubborn.
Wow.
He's like, he my son, he not your son. And I was so embarrassed and mortified. But what I realized is he was that proud of me.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was that proud of me.
Wow.
Yeah,
That's
of course
really
it was.
nice.
And the fact that your parents brought 10 people, maybe they were trying to help you out, but the fact is they were trying to help you out.
They were trying to help me.
I brought
They
my
wanted
dad.
to make sure people were going to be there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's sweet.
I brought
Yeah.
my dad to one of my shows early into stand-up comedy. He heckled not just me, but every comedian on the lineup.
Really?
Oh yeah, and I still hear from people because I'm still friends with some of those comedians, and they still are mad at my dad for the things he said to them because he really got to them with his heckles. They were very too personal, and so yeah, I don't invite him anymore.
That's
I don't think,
hilarious. What was he saying? Like really bad stuff or?
So my friend Matty Goldberg, who was on this show, very funny guy, has a very Jewish kind of look, almost looks like a Woody Allen type of guy. And he has a dirty act. And my dad yelled at him, "You are a disgrace to the Jewish people," in the middle of his act.
No
Wow.
way.
And it really got to him. Like, to this day, he'll still be like, "Well, I'm a disgrace to the Jewish people." Like, I'm like, "Oh, get over it," But yeah, he
That's funny. Dude.
my dad got under people's skin with what he said to them. And the only other time I think that he ever came to see me perform was at the Edinburgh Festival. And I had to ask him not to heckle my show. And I saw him almost do it once. And I looked at him in the audience and I was like, don't do it. And he didn't. And I had a piece of material about him in the show. And he was furious about it after the show.
Wow.
Yeah, he was
Why?
like, and it wasn't even like a bad piece of material.
What did you say?
Well,
We'll be the
I
judge of
talked
that.
about how he always loved shopping at Costco because you could return anything at any time to Costco. And then I told a true story about when I was a kid and we were cleaning out the downstairs refrigerator and we found an old salmon that had still been in the saran wrap, but it was like several months old in the back of this fridge from Costco. And he was so excited that he said, "Get in the car. We're going to return this salmon." And we went.
Cow.
So, I embellished the story for stand up.
Sure.
I said, 3 guys in hazmat suits had to come out in Costco and get this radioactive piece of fish, but, he wound up arguing and he won. And he was like, "This is a huge victory for our family,"
But you're still a disgrace.
Yeah, he's like, "You shouldn't have told the salmon story." He was very mad about the salmon story.
Really? I
Yeah.
think that's a funny
Now I told it
story.
again. I feel like I was coaxed into it, though.
Yeah,
but
now more people.
I apologize to my father.
8 more people are going to hear that story.
Yeah.
My mother, and we were okay at the end of our life. We cleared up a lot of stuff, but we were on the outs for a while, and she had threatened to sue me if I talked about her anymore in my act.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. She said, "I'm going to get a lawyer. I want you to stop talking about me. I don't want any more of this stuff about me on stage. And we worked it out eventually, I mean, she didn't get a lawyer. My mother was big threatening.
Yeah. Yeah. Is that true?
Yeah.
Wow. Was it that bad what you were saying?
No.
Okay.
What did you say about her? I said what I said.
I just, I did impressions of my mother yelling at me, but nothing egregious,
Isn't that par for the course, though, for a comedian?
Every comedian talks about
every
their parents.
comedian
Every married
has to
guy
talk
talks
about
his
their parents yelling at him.
Yeah, and every married guy talks about his wife, and every
that's part of
female
it, right?
comedian talks about their husband.
Yeah.
But she was upset at me for, a lot of reasons. And she was also very upset. My father had passed on, and she was left rudderless. She didn't have anything to do, a point of view. She had very few friends. She was left alone. I lived in California. She lived in New York.
So she kind of took it out on you.
Kind of.
I took my dad out of the act, though. I never did, because I don't want to be disrespectful to him. I never talk about him anymore.
And you haven't told the story again.
I told it only because you guys asked me to tell it. But I even,
well, if you have any good father material, let me have it.
You can have it, yeah. But he doesn't want to be. But I respect it because, he never signed up for this. He never signed up to have a comedian son. Like, he didn't say my life is your material. I understand that. So, he doesn't want it out there, so I don't talk about it.
It's a little hypersensitive.
It's a bit sensitive, but
because that story's not that bad.
No, I think it's a funny story, and something. He thinks it's a funny story because we laughed about it for years. But I guess he didn't want me to tell it to strangers.
A story that was bad was the one we were talking about. I felt, and one of my favorite all-time comedians, club comedians, especially, is Rich Jenny. I don't know if the last time I saw him alive, he was at the Comic Laugh Factory, and he had done a whole bunch of stuff about having sex with his father. And that was, I could understand if a parent would get very upset at that. Was it true, or was he just joking? I don't know, but it brought up a lot about my childhood. So, that aside, no, he did it, and I was sitting there going, that's too much. Yeah. Every once in a while, we do tend to step over the line. Yeah, I think for him, maybe not. Especially if people can't tell if it's true or not. Yeah, like it could really incriminate someone. Well, comedians are the biggest liars in the world. Yeah. I mean, everything we say is a lie. Or at least embellished, right? Yes, it has to be. Yeah.
I told Mark today that it was nice to see him when he got here.
Totally embellished.
Completely a lie.
So you told me that too.
On the second Binder show that you did, I just want to be clear, not the first one, because nobody's ever heard that one. Yeah. That's going to be the Lost Binder tapes. Wow. He's going to put them out one day. Just like they did on the Honeymooners. You talked about cleaning up your act. I don't mean your stand-up act, your life. Drugs, alcohol gone? Yeah. Sober? I've been sober for over 10 years. Really? Yeah. Me too. Really? 40 years. 40 years. Just like Binder. That's how we go back. Oh, wow. We used to go to, without using what it is, we used to go to these little meetings. Get together. You still go? 4 or 5 a week. Oh, wow. I'm surprised I haven't seen you. I dress as a woman. I don't worry about it. I don't want to get famous, and I don't want anybody to know.
I was going to make the same joke, but he didn't.
I always wonder about these people that don't want to be seen at these meetings, because if anyone sees them that knows them, they're there too. Yeah. So, and in these days, there's no shame in being in. It's a badge of honor. Yeah, it's almost a badge of honor. Everyone wants to. That's be where in the you meet producers and directors. Yeah.
It's a pin of honor.
I've had normies say, "I wish I was in the program." Me too. Judging by the people that you hang out with from the program.
Yeah. So, congratulations on 10 years. That's phenomenal.
Thank you.
Absolutely phenomenal. Yeah. When I came in with about 7 or 8 comedians. Not the same day, but over a month or two. Somehow they all started showing up. And they're all still sober. Yeah. But I have to mention it's not 10 years in a row. So.
Right. What's it about, a week at a time?
It's 10 years in a row. Yeah. That's fantastic. What was the bottom?
The bottom was, well, I've had many bottoms, but one of them was going to jail for drugs, right? Because for me, it kind of went hand in hand. Like I become like a black drug dealer when I drink and use drugs.
Like a bad drug dealer?
No, black.
What does that mean?
I don't know. I become super like kind of like a rapper.
Oh,
Like start wearing chains.
Really?
Oh, really?
Start listening to rap music really loud. Get
Really?
12-inch subwoofers in my car.
What rappers did you like?
Well, back then, I mean, Tupac, Biggie, of course.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Didn't end well for them.
I'm not big into rap, but I know rap.
And it didn't
a
end
little
well
bit,
for
you know.
me either.
Yeah, well, it ended well.
That life, it did now, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, but those guys
It's the best
ended
thing
a
that
lot.
could happen to you,
A
right?
lot
It was
worse.
the best thing that ever happened
Yeah.
to me. Yeah.
Best thing that ever happened to me was I became an alcoholic.
Really?
100%.
Yeah.
Because
you wouldn't be where you're at.
yeah, and it forces you to dig deeper about your life and really look at it in ways you never would have to look at it.
Yeah,
All right.
normal people don't look at themselves.
I'm
Like,
going to
look at
have a
Danny.
drink. Yeah.
He's never looked at anything in his life.
No, never. I don't intend to either.
Look how you turn out.
That's
Yeah.
right. Thanks a lot.
Was it hard for you?
Let
Was
me
it hard
tell you
for to
something. He busted on me the whole acting class, and he's very good. You know, he's very funny, but like he always had a line on me.
No, I would bust on the teacher. I would make
Oh,
him
yeah.
so uncomfortable.
Yeah.
I've said some crazy stuff about the teacher.
No, the
Are you
first.
still studying?
Can I say this?
No,
The
I'm
first
out of the
acting
class now.
The first acting class I got there, I wasn't able to attend the first two sessions. So when I got there, it was already the third session, and there's like, you know, it's an acting class. Everyone sits around the room. They do like a check-in, like what happened this week. How was your week? How was your rehearsals? And I'm sitting there quietly. I don't know anybody. I'm just trying to, like, you know, figure out the lay of the land. And Jimmy says to the acting teacher and the assistant acting teacher, who's attractive actress, "Are you two sleeping together?" He says that to them. I said, "What did I miss?"
Dude, they were gay. They didn't even see me walk in the door. They were gazing into each other's eyes, and you could just tell by people's body language that if they have some, you know, attraction there.
Sure.
right? So I just wanted to get their attention. So I go, "Are you guys sleeping together or something?"
Wow.
I was
And
like,
they were just like, you know what I mean? They're jock. I think they might have been, and they both have significant others. So
Wow.
I don't know about that, but I'm
Right?
just.
I think so.
I was just
They
shocked
had a lot
that
of-
you had that you said that. I was like, "What did I?"
Well,
walk
I
in?
was on
Like,
my third class. I was already comfortable.
He's already warmed up.
Like, yeah. By your third class, you loosened up.
Yeah, I loosened up.
Yeah, you started wearing a tutu.
Yeah.
That's right.
That is loose with no underwear.
Yeah, you don't want to wear the underwear. You got to let it breathe.
So what did you get from acting? I studied acting for many, many years.
To be honest, that was my first acting class ever, so I didn't really have anything to compare it to or anything. But I learned a lot, man. Some technique.
How long did you study
yeah.
for?
Just like I think it was like 6 weeks or something, right?
Yeah, something like
So
that.
if you go to an audition, you can pull out some of the stuff you learned?
Yeah.
It was a very, very good class. The teacher was phenomenal. He was very thorough. There was so many things that script analysis, a lot of script analysis, like so many things you miss, or that I would miss when reading a script that class taught us to be in tune to. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Would you agree?
Yeah. No, it was
Yeah.
great. I learned a lot.
Yeah.
Like I didn't know there was so much to it.
Give me an example if you don't mind, if you remember.
One of the techniques is like when there's a monologue, you either escalate or de-escalate the lines. Just read it like sort of monotone.
No monotone monologue.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no monotone monologue. And then try to find the funny in each little line and do something that's funny, because it was a kind of comedic intensive
Yeah.
for comedic ones. And
Yeah.
so like try to be funny and use those lines and gestures to create some comedy where you can.
Nice.
And before I never looked at it that way, like line per line. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Like I would just do it kind of by instinct, but
And every
sometimes-
scene, if it's written well, you always want something, right?
Yeah.
There's always,
Yeah. What
You
does
wanna
the
get
character
something-
want? Yeah.
right.
And
I wish I knew her name. There's a new thing on Netflix now, a football show with a sitcom. It's like 30 minutes long with Goldie Hawn's daughter, Kate Hudson.
Oh yeah, no, that's about one of my friends, Jeannie Buss, who Jay Moore is married to Jay Moore. I met her through him, and it's her life story.
I didn't think of that
basically.
until you just said that.
Yeah, you didn't put that together.
I
That's
did
the
not.
Lakers, man.
I am not a sports guy, so I didn't put it together. I know Jay, and I know he married
Yeah,
her.
it's she actually I think was a one of the people on the film that helped out.
So last night we watched, it was, I think, the 8th episode, and there's a woman, I don't know her name, I wish I could find it now. She's in the entire episode. Some of the greatest comedy performances. I mean,
Really?
So funny.
Really?
I just pictured this woman going into the audition and just destroying them with the monologue that she had. She just turns almost every line into something huge.
Yeah.
I was just
that's what we learned.
I was really amazed
each
by
line into something. You know?
Yeah.
You know, like everything the writer puts in there, you can use, like the exclamation point or
Yeah. Even the punctuation.
Comma, the
It's there
punctuation.
for a reason.
No, I never wish on you what happened to me with acting.
What?
Because I studied for years in New York and
Really?
Los Angeles, and I never got anything.
Really?
Yeah. And one time, they wrote a part for me on a show called Just Shoot Me. They called me up and said, listen, we wrote this.
Well, you didn't suck the right pacifiers.
There you go. Only child. And I did a bunch of sitcoms, but they were given to me.
So they wrote a part for you on Just Shoot
What
Me?
have you done?
Show called Empty Nest, or Mad About You.
Yeah, I remember those.
Yeah.
What happened on Just Shoot Me?
So they called me up and said, Mark, we wrote this part, as a comedian. They go, we love your work, and we wrote this part for you. And they said, come right in. The producers want to meet you. I went in and met with the producers. They said, just read a couple of lines. They said, that was great. You didn't get it. And then,
to be honest, those auditions sometimes feel like, ugh.
I was not a good auditioner. I was really, really a bad auditioner. I got nervous. And
no, that is a skill too.
So, by the way, I'm in the next iteration of this acting school. Jimmy, I guess.
Oh, are you still in it?
I'm still in it.
Oh, wow.
And the new class teaches you, the first class of the new class was how to walk into an audition room, different skills.
Practical.
Yeah, very practical.
So he'll teach you everything you need to know. You don't
Okay,
have to go.
I'll save you some money.
Send me the clip.
Did they mention Jimmy in the class now?
He hasn't come up, but I'm sure.
But he's going to bring me up.
He left a legacy.
So go to the next class and just say to the teacher, Jimmy wants to know if you're still sleeping with that broad.
I was so uncomfortable when he did it. I was like, oh my gosh, I can't believe this. Oh my god.
And that's when I gained your respect.
Oh yeah. Well, I was like, this guy's funny though, because he was always funny in the class. He was always
and
funny.
also to talk him up, man. He had never done a scene, he said. And the first scene, he had the teachers like cracking up. Wow. And one of the teachers goes, have you ever acted before? And he was like, nope.
No.
Never had any
Phenomenal.
training. And he
I
actually
told
was
you
cracking everybody up.
Yeah, Mark told me.
He was very natural, man. Like everything that he did just naturally was funny.
Yeah, no, I've told him that. I think you're going to do very well.
Yeah.
A couple of things you got to do.
Yeah.
Change your personality.
Yeah.
Once you do that, you're
and your look.
And you look.
Yeah.
And that smile. Don't smile so much.
Don't smile.
And get those headphones off your head. He walks into auditions wearing these headphones. It's really not a good thing.
The only thing I've really ever acted in is a web series that I wrote and I produced and
that's where
I
everyone
directed.
starts out, man.
Yeah.
They write their own stuff. Right?
Nobody could tell me no. And then I got a guy to work on it with me who was the director also and cameraman. And every single line I just remember, and he's still one of my closest friends. This was in 2007, and we're still very close now in 2025. But every time I'd open my mouth, before I could even get a sentence out, he'd be like, "Over the top." That was over the top. Could never get over. That's over the top. It just made me very paranoid.
Too big.
And then my friend sent me outtakes last night.
Really?
Okay, isn't that crazy? From 2007, I never saw these till last night. I was on the phone with him. He says, I have the outtakes from that thing. And he emailed them to me last night while we were on the phone. And I watched it, and that's how I remember it also. Like every line over the top.
That reminds me, whatever happened to your special?
So it's coming out. It's we had a music licensing problem.
Yeah, you told me about that.
So it came out on Amazon for a day, and then it was taken down. And now we've got all the licenses but one, and hopefully we'll get that one this week, and then maybe by next week it'll be up again on Amazon.
Good. I hope so. It's very good. I saw it.
Oh, good.
Yeah, very good.
Yeah,
let's talk about your special. Let's talk about your stand-up.
Okay.
Walk This Way.
Yeah, WOK.
Yeah.
An 800-pound gorilla. YouTube right now.
Right. and produced by Burr's company.
Burr's company. Yeah.
And do people have to pay for it?
No, not on YouTube. No,
Well,
it's free.
some people used to drop things on YouTube, right? And then they charge. And
Sometimes,
stuff like that.
yeah. Sometimes.
Yeah, I remember Louis C.K. maybe.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah. And then Andrew Schultz.
Yeah.
He charged.
He charged, and then he made it free.
Did
Yeah,
you
then
see
he
his
made
new
it free.
special?
No, people have been telling me about it though.
So those outtakes are of me and Andrew Schultz together.
Oh.
He was in my web series with me.
Can't wait to see it.
Really?
Yeah.
You guys still friends?
Well, we never officially fell out, but I never hear from him, and so probably not.
Well, after that, why would you?
Yeah.
Almost ruined his
Yeah.
career.
That's my only acting, what you saw up until now.
You're going to be good.
So-
It's not true you don't act because you're married. I'm married.
Yeah.
We act all the time. Right?
Right.
That's what I hear. I've
Yeah.
never been married, so
Do you want to?
no.
Never?
I'm too young to die.
There you go.
Do you think you want to? I guess you just answered this. You'd never want to get married.
I don't. Yeah. No, I've never seen it go well. Even just starting from my parents, man.
Yeah, I'm married.
Just wasn't, I feel like it's an outdated model.
I feel like this is why his parents kept
No.
thinking he was gay. You know, like,
That's exactly why.
yeah.
They're like, "Why you no married?" Right? And they're
Yeah.
like, at first, I have a joke about it where I go, at first they wanted me to marry a Korean girl,
Yeah.
and then in my 20s they were like, "Marry any Asian girl,"
Yeah.
Right.
and then they were like, "Marry any girl,"
Marry somebody.
and then I saw I'm marrying a trans woman,
There you go.
but she's Vietnamese. Her last name
Yeah,
is
nice.
trans.
The word. Oh, I see. Wow. Did you tell your parents that you're never going to?
Yeah. Well, by this time, I think they
I know somebody got married for the first time at 58,
really.
and they got 2 kids now. Maybe a third one on the way.
I guess it could still happen, and you can never say never. Like if
Right.
I met like the woman of my dreams,
Yeah.
and this was the woman I want to, and I've never had that feeling, and I don't know if that even exists.
Mm-hmm.
So
You're going to get
I
married.
don't
I'll
think
tell you
so.
why.
Why?
Because you're putting out that you're never going to do it.
Oh wow!
And it was like my drinking. I used to say, I'm never
gonna
stopping.
quit. Yeah.
And I
Mhm.
put it out there, and then my higher power said, oh, yeah? Well, look what happens.
To Mark's point, I said I would never get married.
Really?
Married. I said, well, I'm not going to have kids. Have kids.
Yeah.
I said, I'm not going to become religious. Became religious.
Really?
Yeah. Now I'm saying I'm not going to wind up in a hot tub filled with naked, sexy women. That's what I've been saying lately. You know.
Yeah, that's a good.
And be a billionaire.
Yeah.
Wow. So let's talk about your stand-up. You've been doing it for how long?
18 years.
18 years. Right. That's nice.
Yeah, and I'm just starting to get good.
Rodney Dangerfield said that.
Yeah,
And David
yeah.
Brenner said
It takes a while.
10, 15
It takes
years.
a while to get vulnerable and really just instead of doing dick jokes,
Yeah.
to do something that's real.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so this last comedy special, that's exactly what I did. Is I talked about just growing up Korean American, and just I even talked about the abuse that I experienced with my dad,
Wow.
and how that all came around in that special moment when he came to my show, and showed me that he was proud of me.
Nice.
Yeah, it was a good moment.
So on the Binder episode,
Mhm.
you said your first one was your story.
The first one.
Is this your first special?
This is my second special.
Special.
But the first one was not my story.
So I thought I heard you say your first one was your story.
No, the first one was more, talking about drugs,
Right. Okay.
sex, all the common,
Yeah.
common,
Right, okay.
funny
So this was your story.
topics. Yeah,
Was it
this
all-
is my story.
I haven't seen it
like
yet.
I didn't get personal on my first one at all.
Yeah.
Like I just talked about like partying and girls.
Yeah.
Whatever I was into at the time,
Sure. So this is an all funny. It gets heartwarming.
There is a part that's very, very serious, man. Yeah. Where I talk about God and everything.
What do you say about
Which seems like that in in one of my lowest moments I turned to God, and God came through.
Mhm.
God must get sick of everybody always in the low moments turning to him.
Yeah.
Like it's like, oh yeah, another depressive. Okay.
Well,
Like-
there's no atheists in foxholes,
Right.
my friend.
Yeah.
Yeah, except for Bill Maher. He claims he will
Well, he
be.
did a whole like special about it. Remember that? Like that doc?
Well, he
ridiculous,
Religious.
Religiosity.
Yeah, where he just bashes the religion like crazy.
With the director, Larry Charles directed it.
Oh, wow.
And he's also pretty much an atheist.
Mhm.
So
You would have to be like, could you produce that if you were?
Yeah, if you believed in
If you believed in God, you'd be doing like the devil's work.
right,
You know what I mean?
yeah, you'd be terrified every night before you go to sleep after the dailies.
so
Yeah,
is this the same God that you had when you were growing up that you have now?
Kind of, but I came to my own experience of it, if that makes sense.
Yeah,
Yeah.
let's talk about it.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
what were you born? What's your
Well,
religion?
I mean, I believed only because I think we're all a product of our conditioning, right? If our families are Jews or Jewish,
yeah,
then you're probably going to be Jewish, right? And they're going to make you go to synagogue. And my parents were Christians and they made me go to church.
Mhm.
And so, you know, I kind of believed, you know, and there was those seeds of faith that did start. But, you know, when you're an alcoholic, you might still believe in God, but you might think that God doesn't believe in you.
Right.
You know, you break so many promises and so many, you know, I'm going to quit and get my life together and be a good person. And you just can't follow through when you're an alcoholic. You
Right.
know?
If you do that enough, there's guilt and shame. And
Yeah,
all
yeah.
those
So you
things.
want to believe almost that there isn't one, because
Right.
if there was, you'd be going to hell.
Right.
You know what I mean?
oh, it's interesting.
Yeah. So that was kind of my thing, is that I hoped there wasn't, because I just wasn't living up to any of the stuff that I was taught.
Right. Right. But now you taught other things in the program.
Yeah, exactly. So through the program, I came to, you know, an understanding of God, you know, my own understanding, right? Of my own understanding.
That's a line in the book we share.
Exactly.
God as you understand them.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Yeah. So that was great for me, is because, you know, I kind of believed in this sort of judgmental parent God, right? The great big judge in the sky.
Right.
Yeah,
And then now I believe in a God that, you know, adores me,
Nice.
you know, and it loves me no matter what.
And you're doing different things now to earn that love.
Well, I don't think I have to earn that love, is the whole point, Mark.
You don't have
He
to,
loves me no matter what,
no matter what.
no matter what.
Even if you do egregious things.
Well, I mean, yeah. Because God is unconditional. It's unconditional love. Only humans have conditions,
Mhm.
you know, and that's the God that I put upon, the image of God I put upon the God Almighty, right? Like, if I do something bad, he doesn't love me no more. And it made me, you know, spiral down into guilt and shame.
So there's no judgment at the end when you meet face to face, or however you.
I don't believe in hell. I just don't believe that a loving God that is all love is going to put any of his children into hell.
Even
Like
like
even a human parent, like you got kids, man. Like if
Yeah.
one of your kids is like quote unquote bad, whatever that
Right.
means, are you going to give that kid any less than the other kid?
Well, I'm
I
going to
mean-
send them to their room, you know, so that's kind of hellish, you know, for them.
Yeah, but if you know your kid asks for a fish, you're not going to give him a stone. You know what I mean? And if your kid, you know, even a human parent, would you put one of your kids into burning hell?
So,
So
You would?
I'm not a good parent.
yeah,
You're like I beat him every night. I mean,
And
that's partly
he set the
why.
kid. He set his kid's room. He set his kid's room on fire a number of times.
I
Wait,
just
but
wanted them
no,
to-
let's get honest for a second.
Yeah.
Would you put one of your kids in hell?
no,
Exactly.
So
No matter how bad they were.
no.
see, this
Exactly.
This is where I disagree.
So how in the
Well,
world
Mark
would,
disagrees. Let's let Mark
okay, go ahead.
well, this is the one, the go-to one.
Mhm.
Adolf Hitler.
Mhm.
God loves him unconditionally.
Yeah.
Really?
Mhm.
After
Yeah.
killing millions and millions of people?
Yeah.
And he goes to heaven, Adolf?
Yeah.
Wow. We can't agree on that, but we agree to disagree.
Or I tend to believe in purgatory too.
Yeah.
I think he gets
So
another
that's
shot
like going
to
to
work
your
it out.
room.
Yeah, kind of like going into your room. Yeah.
So in the Jewish religion, I believe that one way we think of there is a judging at the end.
Mhm.
There's an accountability.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
And you
So
go,
is there in Christian religion?
Yeah.
But I don't. That's the part I don't.
I understand.
believe. That's
And
not
it's
the
God
God
as
of
you
my
understand them.
understanding. Yeah.
That's what's great about it.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like a soul cleansing
Mhm.
that a person has to go through
That's what I believe.
when
yeah.
you go through.
Mhm.
It's not flames and all this type of things, but the worse you were, and the longer you
got to go into purgatory. Yeah.
Good word for it.
Yeah. Or some people believe in reincarnation. You get another shot. This time you come back as a dung beetle. You know what I mean? And you get to live on
well,
shit.
that's also a Jewish idea.
You know what I mean?
Reincarnation is part of our tradition as well.
Is it?
Yeah.
I thought that was only...
No. Judaism, it's called a Gilgul. That's the Hebrew word for it. It's a reincarnation. And they say people come back again and again and again to work out the traits of themselves that they weren't able to... but they say it's a very painful process, and you don't want to have it happen, but it happens, you know, like...
So Hitler came back to work out his traits, and it didn't work out that well?
I don't know. I can't speak to the Hitler one, but... I mean, I have no idea.
It's funny how Jewish people always use that example. If you ever say, you think Hitler would have went to heaven? It's like, well, sorry, buddy, I do. I mean, it's for everyone. You know what I mean? Yeah. It's just God doesn't see things the way that we see things. You know what I mean? We see things from a human perspective.
That's absolutely true.
You know what I mean? Like God's love is so big. It's beyond our understanding. That's what I believe.
There is the theory, and we don't know for sure, that God doesn't do anything that's not out of love.
Yeah.
But you see, the thing is, with a guy like Hitler, it wasn't God that did that. He had free will to do whatever he wanted to do.
Yeah.
Right? Mm-hmm. I mean, you could stab me right now. It's not God making you stab me.
Don't do it. I don't want to look for another.
But again, I think he's just in purgatory working out his soul.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I'll let you know.
One way or another. He might be
could purgatory
longer than others.
Could purgatory be awful?
I think we cause our own hell, man. You know what I mean? I really do.
But like, sure, on Earth.
All the hell that I experienced in my life, including the heaven or paradise, good things, right? I actually caused it. You know what I mean? I caused my own misery. I caused my own pain. I caused all the hell that I've ever
totally agree with you.
experienced.
Everything, yeah.
So I think he wasn't a very happy man.
Except
he was in hell.
Except
in
when
his
you were
own
a little
life.
kid.
Yeah,
you didn't cause
exactly
the thing.
Because we're
When
pure still.
You're
right?
5, 6, 7, 8, 9,
we're pure kids.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, so I believe that he experienced all the hell that you can imagine. You know?
Well, I'm sure there's I would like to think there are consequences for people's actions.
Well, there are, and almost, and on this earth, right?
But
like he died a relatively young man. You know what I mean?
Hitler?
Yeah.
But it's
bringing up him again.
But I'm just saying, like all these people, like look at P. Diddy. You know, we talked about him 20 years ago, or Harvey Weinstein, we'd be like, man, they're living the life. They're never really, paying any consequences for their actions, right? Mm-hmm. Well, look at him now. Harvey's dying in jail.
Yeah,
and then even Trump, I believe that he's going to pay for his actions too. You know what I mean? Good or bad.
But those are a handful. Most people get away with it in this life. Most people
you think so?
Absolutely. Most people do not get caught.
Do you think they experience any turmoil?
Yeah.
What?
Do you think they experience any internal turmoil?
Well, that's hard to say and I actually don't. Because I'll tell you why I don't. The conscience is easily destroyed.
Mm-hmm.
I killed one person. The mobsters will tell you this left and right.
Yeah.
After they've killed 6 people, the conscience is gone.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. It's no big deal to kill somebody anymore. So
I believe that.
The answer is...
Yeah, you become desensitized.
In fact, I heard...
It's kind of like that girl who is on OnlyFans that slept with 1,000 men.
Yeah.
Like to her, that's like, eating breakfast.
No conscience.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So that's why I don't think that they pay internally necessarily.
Yeah.
And so a lot of them don't get caught. Most people that steal do not get caught.
Well, yeah, the soul... There's a sensitivity to the soul that can be desensitized, or I like to look at it like dehydrated. Like when the soul becomes so dehydrated, you don't.
Let me ask you this:
even
do you think
aware
evil people actually experience a good life, though? Like to me, a good life is a life of peace, the life of love, having people that love you, and having people that care about you, and having peace in your life, being able to lay my head on a bed and have a clear conscience, know that I do good things to help people.
I think,
you know what I mean? To me, that's a good life.
I agree with you. To me, that's a good life too.
I feel like they don't have that. You know what I mean? Deep inside, they know they're a piece of dung.
Yeah, I wouldn't
You know
be
what
so,
I mean?
I wouldn't be so sure that Assad, Castro, Saddam Hussein.
Yeah, but all of
weren't
those
happy.
stories didn't end well either. Saddam Hussein got his head cut off by his own people.
Yeah, but I'm
And they
not,
put him on a stick,
but
bro.
up until that happened, I think they were
It
fairly.
doesn't matter. I'm just saying it never ends well.
So you're
You see what I'm
a
saying?
believer of
Yeah,
of
I
hell
believe
on earth.
eventually it comes to
Well,
bite.
Castro ended well.
You know what I
He
mean?
was 90 and he passed on.
How is that well? We don't know what his mind state was. Did he have peace though? Did he
You
have
can't
love?
tell. That's like they
You know
say,
what I mean?
you can't look into
Yeah,
the
yeah.
other person's
You'd have to-
heart.
Yeah, exactly.
Actually,
you don't
as
know
of-
that he might have been miserable.
As of
Yeah.
this
You know what I mean?
I hope
Tuesday,
so.
Yeah.
as of this Tuesday, you will be able to know because the Castro's therapist is publishing all the notes from their sessions.
No,
No,
yeah,
I'm
so- yeah.
It's called the Castro Files.
The Castro convertible.
Did you guys have Margaret Cho on here? You
We
said?
did, yeah.
Yeah, she was terrific.
Mhm.
She was terrific.
She's also
Yeah, she
Korean.
lived a very interesting life.
Yes.
Yeah,
And she's also sober.
Yeah.
and she's Korean.
And she's Korean. She's
I
not
got that one
Chinese,
right. Yeah,
And she made fun of her parents,
Yeah.
right?
There's some similar.
Yeah, no, I actually did shows with Margaret a few times. And the first time I had her on my show, the Shindig show, I got to bring her up. And I got to say, she's one of the people that I looked up to. There was
Sure.
nobody that looked like me that was on TV. And then there was Margaret Cho.
Yeah.
And now I get to bring her up on stage. It was a really cool moment, in my career.
That is cool.
And she
yeah.
got to tell Joan Rivers that. Really?
No, she
No.
said that
Yeah.
on our
Yeah,
show.
yeah. So
Yeah.
exactly
Joan
the same
Rivers
thing.
was
yeah.
the woman that gave her, in a way, permission to be who she wanted to be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So So those moments, right? That's what we work for.
She was
Just
so
to get
nice
to
when
those
she came in
moments.
here too. Very
Yeah.
sweet.
About the time she left, she hated us.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
But
bet.
while she
I
was
hate
here-
you right now. And it's not even when I'm leaving.
That's what we do to most Korean people. We get them to hate us
Yeah,
by the end of the
Koreans and Jews, man. It's like oil and water, man. Oil and water.
Oh my God.
So, but I want to just go back because there were some interesting things in that conversation that we kind of brushed over. It almost seems like you believe in hell on earth, but you don't believe in hell in the next life. But your reason for not believing in hell in the next life is because God's love is infinite. And how could God put a person through hell? But you do think that God would put a person through hell in this world.
Well, I don't think God's putting you through hell, like Mark's statement that everyone has free will. So
Right.
you're free to make this world into heaven or hell.
But you may be
if
making.
you want to.
That's right.
You know what I mean?
But then
Yeah.
it stands to reason that you could be making the next world hell as well.
Yeah, probably.
The hell I created in my life, I created.
Yeah, no,
In this life.
even if let's put in relation to reincarnation, you can come back again and be miserable.
So
and create hell for yourself.
so then it
you
does.
could do it again and again.
Wait
You know
till
what I mean?
Binder,
As many times-
Binder finds out that this life, he's going to have to redo it. that the camera wasn't
Yeah, I
on.
had to
this.
do
he always does a
Binders,
second take.
Kind
Take
of this
two, Mike.
podcast twice. So.
So wait,
I
a
love
minute.
you, Mike.
It
I
stands,
don't. I
You
don't
probably
like it.
never listened to this anyway, so I
Oh,
don't know why
we're gonna send it to
qualified
him. We're going to send it to him. Don't worry about
It
it.
stands to reason then that Hitler's actions in this world could create a hell for him in the next world, and that wouldn't go against your theory of God's love.
Say that again?
Okay, so it stands to reason that Hitler's actions in this world could create a hell in the next world, and that would not go against your theory of God's love. So there we wind up back in a situation where Hitler could be in hell.
You
when he
guys
dies.
really just want Hitler to be punished.
Oh, yeah.
Sure.
Where he gets out clean, there's no universe that's going to have that with you guys. All right, okay, he's going to suffer, all right?
No,
Here,
I-
just go on to a different subject. He's going to cry tears of blood.
Forget Hitler for a minute. Seriously, and I don't know if this transfers. Suppose Kim
Kim Jong-un.
Jong-un
Mhm.
kills 4 million people
He has killed
of his own
thousands
people, of his own people.
people.
And he has them locked up. It's a virtual prison
Yeah.
they live in, right?
Mhm.
But if you killed, family members and all those people down in South Korea, by his actions, which he's very capable of because he's a lunatic,
Mhm.
no suffering for the guy. He just walks through.
I think that if you believe in karma, he's going to get his, his due in one way or another
Um,
until he works his soul out.
till he works it out.
Mhm.
Yeah.
But we all
Marlo
get that
Thomas.
opportunity.
You remember Marlo Thomas? She was married to Phil Donahue, who was a not an atheist. A guy who doesn't believe in
Agnostic?
No, it had nothing to do with religion.
Autistic?
No, it had nothing to do with. He didn't believe in the death penalty. He was a pacifist.
Pacifist.
And
Pescatarian?
he said that if somebody came in his house to kill his wife, he would not kill that guy if he had the opportunity.
Yeah.
To stop him.
Yeah. I don't have that kind of
Right.
Like if someone came at me with a gun, I would probably shoot them.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. So
And I think it would be, both in the court of law and
Justified.
by other justified. Yeah.
well,
It would be like I would do the same thing. Most people. Right.
Yeah.
Just to get back to, we wound up on this whole topic because you were saying that you found God and believe God is a loving God, and that was able to help you to get clean
both of us,
and get
yes.
sober.
yes.
So, as I understand it, what Mark's been trying to do, and I take no responsibility for this, for the past 20 minutes, is to try and destroy the one thing that saved you.
He's trying to destroy my understanding of God and impose his understanding of God
I actually hope.
upon me, which I think every great religion has ever done.
Yeah, I actually hope that you.
Right?
I hope you don't mean that because I wasn't trying to do that.
I know that.
No.
Yeah,
I know.
good.
This is all jokes.
So
Remember,
let-
Mark?
And now I'm there.
It's supposed to be a comedy podcast.
So let's get back to his
Not
comedy.
about
for a
Okay,
minute.
let's get back to it. Let's get back to it. So, you have a new special out about Hitler.
And
I do 20 minutes on Hitler.
I saw the trailer. It's just him in flames.
Yeah, and the other 40 minutes about Kim Jong-un.
When he leaves here tonight, he's drinking again. I'm sorry.
Interesting fact, though, I played Kim Jong-un on The Tonight Show a couple times.
Really?
Yeah.
I
I
could
had
see
to get
it.
the crazy haircut and everything.
Wow, I could see
Yeah.
that on the Jimmy Fallon one.
Yeah. No.
On
Jay
Jay
Leno.
Leno.
Jay
Wow.
Leno. This
He was
like
here
10
too, by
years
the
ago.
way. Jay was here.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Is that right? What you were saying?
Big believer in Hitler and hell.
Wow. I feel special now. He's sitting in the same seat he's sitting.
Yeah, he was.
Hope he didn't fart on it.
No,
No.
big guy. So he was great. So the special, which because we want people to see this.
Yeah.
And
800-pound gorilla. It's called Walk This Way, WOK.
how'd you put it together? How long did it take you? What was your process?
Well, it started with a friend of mine saying you should do another special because I really like what you're working on right now. And he gave me the money. And as we all know, starts with money. If you have funding, you can do it, right?
Sure.
If you don't, you can't. And so, that started the process of getting it. And I wanted to make it special at first I was going to call it Jimmy Comes Home because I shot it in my hometown of Tacoma, Washington. But then someone made a joke that it sounded like a Lifetime special. Jimmy comes home from a years of drugs to mama, So, but yeah. So I decided to kind of go with the Asian theme of WOK.
Yeah.
In your
Nice.
stand-up, you
know what I mean?
say
Because everyone's been telling me to walk this way, talk this way.
Yeah.
And finally I found my own voice, right?
Nice.
Yeah.
In your stand-up, you say that you chose the name Jimmy. That wasn't your name.
Yeah, my Korean given name was Toko.
That was my name.
That was your name?
Originally,
you look
yes.
like a Toko, actually.
Yeah.
You should go back to Toko.
What
Everyone
does
wouldn't even need to hear what your name was.
Does
They just
Toko
call you
mean?
that.
Does it have a meaning? Toko, like, does it?
I don't
Means
know.
Jimmy.
I'm sure it means something.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I don't know. I think I asked a long time ago, but I forgot. Something like grand or something.
And growing up, you were Toko, and then in grade school, you changed it to Jimmy.
Yeah, because kids were teasing me. Like,
You had that Jimmy Cocoa Puffs joke.
Puff,
yeah.
puff, Choco Puff. Chocolate takes in Choco Puff.
Yeah.
And then I joke about how I changed it to Jimmy, and they were like, Jimmy Shimmy Cocoa Puff, Jimmy Shimmy Pow.
Yeah.
And so
Kids are cruel.
either way, you can't. That's part of what I say. I go, kids are cruel.
And they will burn in hell for it.
with Hitler.
Yeah, with Hitler.
Hitler.
But what
Yeah.
made you land on the name Jimmy? I guess you could have picked any name. Why'd you like that one?
I just like Jimmy just because it sounded like,
Something you could do to a car.
and I like Jimi Hendrix.
Yeah.
I get it.
I like the guitar stylings
Yeah.
of Jimi Hendrix.
So it was a Hendrix thing?
Not exactly, but I liked a lot of the Jimmys. Jimmy.
What?
There's a lot of good Jimmys.
Jimmy Stewart?
Jimmy Carter, Jimmy Stewart, Jimi Hendrix,
Yeah. So
Jimmy Crackcorn.
there's a kid out there who's a comedian that wants to put a special together. There's some kid out here who's listening to this and wants to put a special together.
Yeah.
Just
Don't do it. It's a lot of work. It's never going to be what you think it's going to. No, dude, to me, you know.
What do they have to do? What does a kid have to do? Besides get money?
I think
understand.
these days it's become so easy. Remember, like back in the day, like you really had to have somebody believe in you, like a network or something,
Yeah,
right?
absolutely.
And then you'd have to have just these huge funding. Now someone, you know, and they've actually shot something with even an iPhone.
Oh, wow.
Like one of my friends shot it with 4 different iPhones and then took them back. That's part of the joke.
Really?
He tells. Yeah. He shot it with 4 different iPhones. So there's different ways to do it, right? And different budgets. Like you could do it probably for a few $100 if you had a bunch of friends that had, you know what I'm saying?
Be careful what you say. That guy's getting asked for his money back in a minute.
So what's your process? You sit and write the stuff and then you go to a club? How'd you put this together?
You've been working stuff out, right? We're all, as comics, you know, I don't go more than even a week without getting up there and doing.
So you do this stuff?
Yeah. So I already probably had 30 minutes.
Okay.
And then after that point, and it took me another year to do the other, because I had a goal, right? I got to get this 45 minutes on this video.
It's a 45-minute show.
It's a 45-minute show. It was 55, but I cut some stuff out. Yeah. It was 55. But I did 2 shows in one night. And then, you know, got to have continuity.
Where'd you do the shows? I know Tacoma, but where?
It's called McMiniman's Spanish Ballroom. And McMiniman's, they've taken a lot of historical buildings like schools and Elks clubs and even like old mission places and transformed them into really cool hotels and theaters. And this one happens to be a Elks club that they transformed into a huge theater and hotel. And it's actually one of the coolest places I've ever stayed at.
Wow.
Yeah, it has cool art. It has like, everything is just like custom. You know what I'm saying? It's just different than any place you've ever been.
Did they leave the antlers?
So, some of the antlers were there, all kinds of cool stuff. Yeah, like really, I don't know who the artist was, but it was just really like original art on there that I've never even seen. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, I know what you mean. I haven't seen the place, but I get the idea of the feel. I've been thinking a lot about this week, and it's such an abstract thought. Maybe once I put it out there with you guys, it'll turn into something, or I'll just sound like a rambling idiot. I'll take the chance. But I've been thinking a lot about spaces this week, about like how life is just, you're in a series of different spaces, what they look like around you, how they feel, how they make you feel, what they smell like, you know, the feel of them, the touch of them. And that's a lot of life, is people striving to be in a different space. Like you want a different house, you want a different car. A lot of life is so abstract. It's just about what space you can be in.
Yeah.
And I don't know. That's been on my mind a lot this week. It's a pretty abstract thought, and I don't have a punchline for it or something, but
yeah, no, this space, when I first did a show there, it really resonated with me because, one, nobody's ever done a special, you know, and it was just like cool lighting and cool like theater, just, you know, and it could be as big as I wanted and as small as I wanted, you know, depending upon the lighting.
Is the special out now?
It's out right now.
When did it come out?
It came out about 3 months ago.
Wow, I'm sorry I didn't see it yet.
Yeah, but check it out.
But
I will.
Isn't it a little bit interesting to think that like what motivates a lot of humanity is to change spaces, like to just change the space around you? A lot of people spend their whole life.
Did you do an edible today or something?
No,
you're talking a lot about weird abstract spaces.
He's thinking of starting a metaphysical podcast. So this is the first episode.
Yeah, it's going to be religion plus metaphysics. But it's on the next episode.
But it is interesting because, you know, I moved this year from one place to this place. You know,
one space to another space.
One space to, and I don't own this place.
Where did you live before here?
A few blocks away.
He's like, I actually lived in the attic.
Right,
I just came downstairs.
I've never owned a home. I didn't own that home. I don't own this home. So I don't own any of these spaces. They're just spaces that are around me.
That's called LA, buddy. Nobody owns any of the spaces.
But it's just these spaces that are around me temporarily, because life, and especially with the lease, it's just a temporary time that I get to spend in this space.
Yeah. My car too. I'm leasing my Honda.
It's just you just get to spend.
Right? Yeah. So these people that their homes terrible, burnt down in Malibu and Alameda area. That space was very valuable to them.
Right.
Now that space is completely different.
Right.
They can't live in that space anymore.
Right. Right.
So space changes depending on the situation of.
But it's so interesting. Like, I mean, there's circumstances that surround things too. Like I was thinking about the hostages in Gaza, and they're being starved. There's abuse. There's a lot of things aside from the space. But just to think about them being in a dark space, what a horrible space that is to be in. Or to be in a bright space, how great light is. Like, all these little things you just don't kind of think about, but like, if you're in an airy space, if you're in a large space or a small space, or a high up space or a low down space, like, all these things and how they make you feel are a lot of what motivates life.
Yeah, and what else is interesting is Frankel showed that you could actually be in a really bad space, like a freaking prison, right? Mm-hmm. He was in prison, but he was able to actually, through his mind, transcend that suffering.
Right.
Yeah. You read
Viktor Frankl.
Yeah. Man's Search for Meaning.
Yes.
He also invented logarithms. Which was his form of therapy.
Yeah, but he showed that it didn't matter what your space was.
No.
It mattered what your mind space was.
I never read it.
So it's one of the 10 greatest books ever written. Mm-hmm. And it's short. It's like 130 pages.
Dude, I thought every Jewish person would have read that.
Too, but
I didn't read Anne Frank's diary either.
Very educated.
So he said, by the way, which I tried to grab early in this podcast, he said there are two types of people. I didn't say it here. I was actually talking twice. There's the decent and the indecent. Mm-hmm. He said those are the two people that exist in this world, decent and indecent. Interesting enough, and I want to get off the space thing, but when I was drinking, the space that I created around me was not so good.
You're still on spaces.
And to be honest, and when you're drinking, you could be in a mansion.
Yes.
Okay. And if you're an alcoholic, you're still going to be as miserable as someone in a prison.
That's right. Because you are in a prison.
You are in a prison of the mind.
And then
that's what Viktor Frankl's whole point was.
Well, he was able to stay fairly bon vivant and cheerful, and that's why they kept him alive.
Yeah.
He talks about that.
It was like a miracle. Like, you couldn't believe that this guy.
So your mind is your
mental space. There's a guy named Natan Sharansky, and he was in jail for 9 years. He got married, then they threw him in jail. The Russians threw him in jail. Mm-hmm. He said, the only thing they can't take away from me is my mind. And he was able to be free in his mind, even in solitary for 9 years. Yeah. And he used to play chess with himself mentally.
Yeah. Did he win?
And we live in Hollywood too. Here's the other stuff that really proves the point. How many celebrities, really, really rich people, have jumped off a building, have drugged themselves to death, was absolutely miserable, despite having a great space.
And you're reading more and more about it.
You're right.
You know what I mean? They literally off themselves.
So it's interesting because you bring up the space in your mind is the most valuable space you'll ever have.
Yes.
So
talking about space. So what we do now, we have a couple of stories that are new stories, and we try to find the funny in it. If at all possible.
Oh, great. I hate those bits.
So let's see. Oh, Jackie Kennedy. Remember her?
Yeah.
Kind of, not personally. I didn't know her either. But it says Jackie Kennedy's shocking strict diet stirs up controversy. Imagine being that rich, which we were talking about, and still denying yourself the pleasure. So, what do you think her diet was? Any idea that makes this woman write a book about Jackie Onassis? It says she ate for breakfast just one boiled egg.
So she ate just that, and then what did she eat for lunch?
So interesting enough, I'm glad you asked that. So her lunch was also not much.
The shell from the egg.
Well, I think I'm going to go on the Jackie Onassis diet, dude.
But look what she has.
Wait till you hear the dinner.
Yeah, dinner.
All you can eat buffet.
Oh, according to her, Kennedy allegedly went through a phase eating one baked potato per day stuffed with sour cream and caviar. So she went on that diet. She just ate a baked potato with sour cream and caviar. And then
that sounds kind of nasty to eat every day. One time might be okay, but every day.
I would try it. I would try it.
Like if I had to, what would you eat if you had to eat something every single day?
I'll tell you what I would eat. Okay. I could go probably a year doing this every day. Hot dog with mustard and sauerkraut.
That's 3 things.
No, I'm talking about a meal.
Then you could add all kinds
You're
of
just
things.
talking about one item?
No, that's
Hot dog, mustard and sauerkraut with
like what meal could
couple
you
of
eat every
buns,
day?
French fries, and a Coke. I could go every meal, 3 meals a day, 365 days.
Would you gain any weight?
But you're a vegan.
Yeah, I said if I could.
Oh,
I can't.
okay.
But if I could, that's.
But you wouldn't get sick of that meal.
I think it's interesting enough.
I think I could eat rice and Korean barbecue every day.
Yeah, for a year or more than a year.
For about a year.
How many items are you allowed to have on this plate? Because you guys are adding I could say I would like to have chicken with steamed vegetables and a potato and a piece of meat and an eggplant parmesan. Like I mean that's a lot of different things.
We're talking about one rounded meal that you could eat breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
By the way, have you ever eaten dog?
That is one. Have I ever eaten?
I was talking to Mark.
No,
my friend married a
not.
Chinese girl, and they went for the honeymoon to China, and her uncle fed him dog. Actually, fed him dog,
Ooh,
and he said it was delicious.
Why do you think they do those jokes?
Who?
Korean dog, right? You've heard them, right?
Yeah.
I mean,
Because
I'm
back
not
in the
asking-
day,
I'm asking you just...
Korea used to be the poorest country in the world during the Korean War. I didn't even know this until about a year ago because I found out some stuff about my dad. I wanted to investigate why he became the way he was, right? It's part of recovery journey. And I found out when he was a kid, they were the poorest country in the world. And they literally had to fight for food. He had 9 brothers and sisters because some of them might not survive, right? And they would eat anything. A rat, a dog, a cat, because you're starving.
And then once you
know,
do
how many
that,
people
you
have
find
ate
out the dog's delicious.
How many people have become cannibals when they don't have food?
Yeah.
Sure.
So that's where it started. And then it became sort of a delicacy, like often things do. And so people still kind of wanted to do it because that's what they grew up on, right?
And
That you might miss something weird that
Right.
you grew up on that someone else might go, oh, gross. You know, even hot dogs. I mean, if you really knew how a hot dog was made, you couldn't eat that every day.
There was a book about it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
There was a book called The Jungle.
So it all depends on, how you grew up,
Right.
man.
North Korea's probably like that still.
Yeah, North Korea's probably still like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I've never been.
But it's a virtual...
Yeah.
My great grandfather worked at Hebrew National Hot Dogs, and he said rats used to fall into the
Yeah. If you realized how disgusting hot dogs were, you might not say that's the meal you want every single day.
I got a story for you guys.
Yes.
Exclusive. Pole dancing NYPD detective pulled from active cases in sex crimes unit police sources. All right, so this is what happened. The curvaceous NYPD detective went viral after starring in a raunchy rap video while twerking in a thong and a skimpy bra, and she's no longer allowed to investigate active cases with the Special Victims Division, which investigates sex crimes, police sources say. Melissa McCardo's behavior was under review, and the NYPD spokesperson said the department didn't immediately answer, blah, 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 blah. But anyway...
Just because you twerk doesn't mean you can't do police work.
Well, she was doing,
That's
I guess she was pole dancing or something. I mean...
That was her way of staying in shape.
Yeah.
I guess they won't let her do...
Twerking isn't too far, in my opinion, or pole dancing. Like, if you got buck naked and,
But I guess...
Maybe
but
they just
felt
doing
that-
pole dancing is actually an exercise. If women do that, that aren't strippers.
Maybe they felt that
You
her
know?
sensitivity towards sex crimes would be less so because she's so into sexy behavior. Is that possible?
Possibly.
Like, she'd be like, that's no sex crime. The sex crime is not doing it, right?
I put a pole at the end of our bed. My wife and I are at the bed, and she's
And you do it?
because she's never done it, and she doesn't even understand why the pole is there. And every night I do it, she still doesn't get what I'm. But keeps me in shape.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Jennifer Gardner's. She was married to
Ben Affleck.
Ben Affleck, and now she's dating this guy. So Ben Affleck's son, he had his child. They split up the kids. The kid wanted Ben to buy him. His father. He wanted Ben, who was his father, to buy him a pair of shoes, sneakers, $6,000 sneakers. Special.
Holy cow.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
Like what goes in a $6,000 sneaker?
It's maybe
Like,
I think
is
they're
it
Gucci
like-
sneakers, whatever. But
Yeah, but I don't think anything is shoes.
I know you don't have kids.
$6,000
By the way, shoes are
unless
just,
they're made out of diamonds or something.
Jimmy.
you know?
Shoes are just spaces for your feet.
That's right.
I'm kidding. All right.
And you could wear just sandals and still.
how
be
would you
in-
turn your kid down? Your daughter comes to you in 5 years from now, and she wants a pair of $6,000.
I'd say
Get 'em-
no.
get
No
'em-
way.
I say
Even
no.
if I was a billionaire.
I get them knockoffs. How are they gonna know?
Like, and then where do you go from there? You bought your kid a $6,000. There's nothing.
12,000?
Nikes aren't going to do it for her.
$12,000.
You know what I mean? Nikes aren't going to do it for her.
No.
You go
You know?
downtown.
That's like when
agree.
you get your kid. You're 16. They turn 16. You get them a freaking Ferrari. Like, what are you going to get? What's
do you
going
go
to
from
do it
there?
for them? Yeah, where do you go from there? Right.
Right.
I think they got to get like a kind of crappy car so they can wreck it like all kids do. And then they can earn their own good ride. They'll be motivated.
You're going to be a good father one day.
Well, I don't know if I want any kids.
You
Man.
don't have a choice.
I know. You have no
Now I'll
choice.
probably have kids.
And you're gonna have 9 of them. So
Yeah, now I'll have 9 of them.
all named
Yeah.
Jimmy. So no, that's very good advice. It's and you're right.
You know what I mean? Like, where do you go from there?
You brought yourself up in comedy.
Mhm.
You know, you
Yeah.
weren't born rich, and
Yeah.
there's a thing
Yeah.
given to you. You've worked very hard for it,
Yeah.
and you will appreciate it
Yeah,
more.
I became
than,
a comedian because I got beat as a child.
yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
beat your children is the whole point of this podcast.
And I became a comedian
Let's
because,
call this "Beat Your Children" podcast. Do you want to?
and I think I became.
He's
a
like, I
comedian.
would, but Child Protective Services are at my doorstep.
No, I think I became a comedian for similar reasons. My mother didn't
Yeah.
beat me, but she
Yeah.
yelled at me and
Yeah, yeah.
threatened my life.
Yeah, yeah. I think all that trauma, it creates funny.
Very
because
funny.
it's the dark
And-
and light,
and-
right?
and if it wasn't-
I mean, if you don't have that, like, I don't know many people that are funny, hilarious funny, that hasn't had trauma.
Right.
Do you? Richard Pryor was raised in a whorehouse.
Yeah, in Peoria.
You know what I mean?
By the way, a
Like-
whorehouse is just a space where a whore is.
And in your mind, you could be in a
And the things that they do, it's just a space you enter.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's just a space. It's all
It's
spaces.
all space.
Yeah,
Seinfeld will tell you he did not have a traumatic childhood at all. I believe he's telling the truth.
really?
Yeah, his parents just let him be and do what he wanted to do, and kind of supported him, and didn't pay much attention to him.
Yeah.
You know, they just.
But I believe the Jewish people, whether you have suffering in your life or not, have a pain body that travels with being Jewish.
That's true.
I really believe that. Just
I-
like Koreans do. Like they call it K-rage.
Hmm.
It's
K-rage,
It's
I never
Korean
heard of
rage. Yeah, it's Korean rage from having a traumatic lineage of people that have been through a lot of suffering.
Right.
And that's why I believe that a lot of Jewish people are funny. And that's why I believe black people are funny.
Right.
Because they've been through, whether they were slaves or not, they have that lineage if they're African American.
So how
right?
did you
think about it?
How did you
It's
get
like
rid of the?
generational
Am I wrong?
trauma.
Yeah, it's
Generational
generational
trauma,
trauma.
yeah.
It gets passed down. So whether he experienced it himself, he's got the lineage, man. You know what I mean?
That's a good.
That's
point.
what I believe.
Lineage is lineage. Is that this?
Yeah.
Lineage, whatever. Lineage, lineage.
No, I'm not correcting you.
I like to do lineage.
Yeah.
lineage.
When I got sober, I was very angry, and I'm sure you were too.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
It's
Do I
like
seem angry to you now?
no.
Okay, because I'm really,
Pissed.
really mad.
I understand.
You haven't even started ripping on his scarf yet. That's not.
I see that. Yeah. So this
It's
is
just
good.
the space around my neck.
I think we're there.
We're there, huh?
We're there.
Are we done?
I think we're done.
Well,
Dude, I was just starting to get going, man.
what is this? Joe
You're just
Rogan,
starting to be
4.5
funny.
hours.
Yeah, like we can be.
We got to move on to another space. You can get my comic books at fairenoughcomic.com. There's true stories from my life turned into comic books. Hopefully,
You have the story about the Costco returning of the salmon.
I have a Costco comic book, but that story is not included out of respect for my father.
Man.
But I do have one about Costco because Costco played a big role in my childhood. And
Chas v'shalom, which means
God
God
forbid.
forbid, if your father ever passes, would you do the story then?
I think he would
I don't
see
know.
you from the new space.
Yeah, he'd be looking down at me and shaking his head.
He believes in heaven, bro.
Yeah.
He believes
I don't know. I don't want
God
to.
forbid, may you live to 120.
I mean, and
That's what
more.
the Jews believe. They say, may you live. Moses lived to 120.
So anybody after
So
that,
that's
it's obnoxious.
that's
Yeah.
a prayer we put on people. May you live to 120.
Right.
What if you don't want to live till 100?
Too bad.
Yeah.
Why would you want to, man? You can't get an erection. You can't.
Well, by then,
So
we'll have the-
there was an old joke, and let's end with this. Hopefully,
you said let's end with this 5 times.
I think the most that I'll want to live to is about 100.
yeah. If you're still in your right
I'm
mind,
still like,
and
yeah,
not-
if I still have like capacity.
You say that now, but
You
you
have
might
to
change
not-
it at 99.
is that diaper free?
Yeah, exactly.
100?
Diaper free. If I'm still able to walk, not be dependent on others, then I would want to live to 100.
Good luck.
Then after that, it's like,
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
it becomes. Yeah, I mean, like it's just not worth it. So here's the joke. This guy makes a toast at him and his wife are having their anniversary, their 50th anniversary. He goes, "May my wife live to 119, and may I live to 120." Right? So somebody says, "Max, why 119 for her and 120 for you?" He goes, "I would like 1 year of peace and quiet."
Good way to end the show. We think it's funny. We hope you did as well. If you did, please take a minute and leave us a nice review on the Apple Podcasts and 5 stars. We're on Spotify, we're on YouTube, we're on TikTok, we're on Instagram, we're everywhere. Go check out WeThinkIt'sFunny.com. See you next time. Bye.
Thank you, Jimmy.
Thanks for having me. It was fun.
Woo! That was fun.